All right, and we are live. Welcome back to another episode with your girl, Brandy Brown Media.
And you already know, big senior from Sylacauga High School, Jordan represent Sylacauga High School class of 2025, Sylacauga High School basketball.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first things first, let's stand on this business right here, real quick.
10 toes down. 10 toes.
10 toes down. All right, so y'all see what it is. The Aggies, the Coach Jones era, along with Coach Patterson, have these nice, wonderful t shirts. And I am wearing one. And when I tell you it's a high quality, long sleeve shirt, and as you can see right here, it says 10 toes down, standing on business. Nothing else to say.
Nothing else to be said. A full on expression of what this basketball season has been about and what it will continue to be about. Anybody that decides they want to stand, toe to toe with the Sylacauga Aggies, we are going to stand 10 toes down and we are going to stand firmly on business.
Absolutely. And you can get in contact with any of the Aggies if you want to get a shirt. We are encouraging you to sell these shirts out. Um,
Yes,
the tournament is coming up very soon, and we would like to see everybody in one of these shirts for that tournament. Also,
absolutely.
also shirts are $20 from small to large, $25 extra large to 3X. And when I tell you that's a steal, that's a steal. High quality shirts like these usually go for $40.
And thinking about this, there will be no better great sight to see than we walk into Childersburg Gym, this week for the county tournament. When we go to the regional ASU, or when we go to the Final Four in Birmingham, all of the Aggies coming in the building with the uniform, with the shirt on that's all uniform. Everybody has on the same thing. That shows that we've come together. And this basketball season has brought the community back together. And I think everybody should get that shirt, man, and we'll be able to come full force.
Absolutely. And not only that, it's going to a great cause. This basketball game that these guys be playing, it's not really a free sport like people would think. There are a lot of things that have to be paid for behind the scenes, and we want to rally in behind these guys and make sure we show nothing but pure love. Okay? So make sure you get your 10 toes down
Standing.
long sleeve tee. Hold on one second. Let me just do this real quick so the people can see uh how good and how nice this is. So here we go. Can y'all see it? Yes, sir. Standing on business, 10 toes down. Standing on business. So that's what we got right there.
I
So
like
I'm
that.
loving it. I'm loving it.
Like,
So, all right. So what do we know about this Clay Central team?
mm, 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 mm. You know, cause for the past couple of years, I think ever since I've been in high school, Clay Central has always been a part of our area. And one
Mm-hmm.
thing about those boys across that mountain is that they're going to be hard nosed, they're going to be scrappy, and they're going to be very physical. But we also have to take into account that we're going to play them in Lineville, which
Hmm.
in my opinion is they're a whole nother monster when you go into their basketball gym, because
That's
the
right.
antics and the theatrics and the cinematic, all of that comes into play. Clay Central fans, they're probably one of the rowdiest fan bases that I've experienced as I've traveled, with the basketball program. So understanding that this is an area matchup, we beat them on our home floor. They're looking for some get back to get themselves in a good position to be in good running for the area tournament. It is going to be a very crucial basketball game tomorrow night. But I feel like that we have proven ourselves to be able to go into hostile environments and come up with the W. We went to Chelsea and played them a very good basketball team and beat them. We went to Talladega, our arch rival, right up the road. People understand how hard it is to beat Talladega in that dome. We beat them by I
Yes.
think 30 plus. You see what I'm saying? And so the Aggies
Yes.
have proven themselves to be battle ready in unfamiliar territory. But I will say that tomorrow night anything is possible as far as the fans being as rowdy as they can be.
Absolutely. And you never go in any game, any style game, and underestimate your opponent because, like you said, anything can always happen. So that's why I got my confidence in the Aggies because they have this thing that I like to call preparation.
Yes, 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 yes. We were doing that today, cuz, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you have to do as a basketball program and as a team. You have to prepare. You know, it's funny. I was watching some clips online about a famous basketball coach, used to coach in Indiana, Bobby Knight. Anybody ever know who Bobby Knight is? Very animated, but was the last coach to lead his team to an undefeated season in the NCAA on the men's side. Of course, South Carolina Don Sailor girls were undefeated last year in the women's side. But he
Mm-hmm.
talked about what makes a good basketball player is how good they prepare. And so
Mm.
preparation is key when it comes to life, when it comes to sports, and when it comes to this basketball game tomorrow night against the Clay Central Volunteers.
Well, I have to agree with you. Anytime you're getting ready to be in someone else's house and you having to fight tooth and nail, you just have to prepare your best game. And
Period.
that comes in practice. That's the only way you can prep for any game that you may play. You play like you practice.
Period. And I would say, cuz on the flip side of that, there's no greater satisfaction than riding on your bus 15 or 20 minutes down the road because it's in close proximity, going into somebody's house, beating the brakes off of them and going home, you know, playing music on the bus with smiles on somebody's face, going into somebody else's territory and making their own fans leave home early. You leave to go home early. In my opinion, as a basketball fan and as a basketball, lover of the game, there's no greater satisfaction.
I 100% agree. So we definitely going in the house with our heads up high, prepared and ready to squabble.
Yes.
So I have some highlights from the game when they played Briarwood, and we just want to get into those highlights a little bit so we can see what it is that the Aggies are known for doing. So
Let's
let me
look at it.
bring these highlights in right quick. All right, so as you can see, we got Eric on the rebound. He pushes it out to CJ. CJ takes it to the floor and dime. All right. Now, what do you have to say about that play right there?
Well, me being a lover of Silicaca basketball, and as I've talked to some alumni in the program, one of the things I always talked about that Coach Martin and Coach Douglas always harkened on was getting the ball out in transition. And of course, Coach Jones being a product of Coach Martin and Coach Douglas, and seeing that Eric secured the rebound, gave the ball to the guard. He pushed the ball directly down the middle of the court. Aiden did a good job on bid on that block on that left side handoff, bam, layup. Because of course he's the tallest guy on the court.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is good transition spacing and good transition basketball. And in my opinion, you know what I mean? If I have an opportunity to get the ball out in transition and score, as opposed to setting up a half court offense and trying to run through some sets, understanding Briarwood being a good defensive team, if I can get the ball in transition when I have an opportunity to, that's what I should do. And that's exactly what everybody did in this play. And although Eric, only thing he did was secure the rebound, that's one of the most important parts. Getting a defensive rebound. Rebounding is a key to winning basketball games. You have to crash the boards. Eric crashed the boards as he done phenomenally well. Got the ball to CJ. He drove the ball up the court with great authority, handed off to Aiden layup. Hey, let's go back and let's play some defense. That's how Silicaca Aggie basketball is known to function. Transition, defense, transition.
I absolutely agree. That was a awesome breakdown. Let's get into it. And you see that before he even made it to the free throw line to shoot this free throw, we got the guys dapping him up. Good job, good job. That's team ball. That's team ball.
My
That
bad,
is,
because I don't know what happened. Technical difficulty. But I heard you team ball, team
yeah,
camaraderie.
yeah. And I love it. I love it. So once, boom, then there we go with the free throw. You have to hit your free throws.
Essential.
It's a must.
Essential.
Anytime you play on a team that's good, on down the stretch, those free throws will count like no other. All right, let's get into this next play. Ah, now bring it back. Hold on. It was so quick you might have missed it. But if you didn't see it, CJ Franklin, who is definitely one of my favorite players, he knows how to move that ball in transition and always secure the score at the basket. And
Absolutely.
and again, he went in there with no fear at all. He can take the ball the full length of the court. That's one thing that he can do, and he know how to ward off the defenders, and he know how to protect the ball. So when the ball is in his hand and he's going in for a layup, 9 times out of 10 it's money.
Absolutely, cuz and that kind of fearlessness, attacking the glass, pounding the ball down the defense's throat is something that Coach Jones harkens on every day in practice. I go to practice every day for a reason, just to see how this man attacks the game of basketball, because you see the results, but oftentimes you don't understand what comes, outside of the results, right? You see people winning and success, but success takes time and hard work. And so I make an effort to go look at the hard work to see what he talks about, and that fearlessness, that attacking the ball with composure, but with the knowledge, hey, I'm going to score.
That's right.
That's
I'm
what
going
CJ
to
does. That's
score.
what all of our guards does. That's what all of our forwards does, and they do that because that's what Coach Jones teaches.
Awesome, and I love it. So then, as we go on into this next play, you can see that it is another rebound by CJ. And hold up, before we even get into this play, um, once again, a good transition to the basket. One thing that I love about our guys, they do not hog the ball. Oh my goodness, that's so important. That's so important.
Absolutely, cuz just thinking about like basketball in general, holding the ball in a player's hand for too long, it can just deter the whole function of the game. Like a 3 man, a 3 man, when they weave and they go down the court. This is a drill that they do before practice, during the off season. One of the things that they talk about is getting the ball out of their hand quick. As a point guard, you want to be able to get the ball out of your hand quick, but of course with precision as well. And that's something that the Aggies are known for doing. C.J. Franklin and Jordan Robeson, of course, being good at that, them being the point and shooting guards.
Absolutely. And Roberson, he's another one. He can bring that ball down that floor like no other. And as you can see, he dropped the dime right over to Tristan. And we got Tristan going up, boom, for the two. Okay. Next play. All right. Uh, Bow.
Money.
Woo. Now, let me just say this. Aiden is an excellent 3-point shooter. He might be, and he has to be the player on the team with the highest 3-point percentage.
Oh, absolutely, because me taking the book most of the time, of course, Mike does it when I don't do it. I think that's absolutely 100% accurate. And what I would say, because the special thing about Aiden is that if I'm guarding him and they have him, out in the corner, outside of the block, outside of under the basket, sometimes I may feel like I can just kind of shy off of him a little if I haven't haven't scouted, of course, and my coach has not instructed me otherwise. And this is the first
Mm-hmm.
play of the game he hasn't knocked down his shots. Um, I may shy off of him a little bit. I might overhelp sometimes because I think he's on a 3-point threat. But it's
Mm-hmm.
only going to take him to get that ball a couple of times for him to raise up and shoot it, for you to understand that he is going 9 times out of 10 when he raises up to shoot that ball, he's going to knock the shot down. And I feel like that's important, that he's a key asset to our basketball team, is because you may think as if, perhaps he's just out there for whatever reason, whatever offensive scheme that we have going, but he's out
Mm-hmm.
there to shoot the ball because guess what? He can shoot the ball and probably do it one of the best on our team.
Absolutely. And one thing about it, he's not a hesitant shooter. He once it hit it, it's boom, it's shot. and it's a good shot. It's not an unstable shot at all. Aiden definitely has a great 3 point shot. So then we're going into this next play. We see Roberson is definitely getting him the ball again. Why not? Why not? Give and go, give it back, and boom,
Fade away, bam.
fade away, bam. When I tell you, every time I see Roberson do this one thing, go to the basket, little hesitation, up with the short jump shot, I'm looking like that's money because he has that shot down pat. That's one of his shots. Like, do not give him enough room to go around you or find just a little space on the floor where he can take that short jump shot because
Hmm.
he will make that jump shot nine
And
times out of 10.
absolutely, cause that's man one time for my classmate, man. And the one thing that I feel like as the game of basketball has evolved, you can see players, especially sometimes guards shying away from that 15-foot jumper. They just want to shoot a three. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan is not afraid of attacking the gap on the zone or beating his man when they're playing man to man and spotting up and shooting the 15-foot jumper. Of course, we practice it in practice. Coach Jones, being the coach that he is, he harkens on the importance of that shot. But the one thing
Mm-hmm.
about Jordan, when he raises up to shoot the ball with good elevation, the
Mm-hmm.
shot is going in.
Yes.
No sense in really boxing out for real because it's going through the net. It's not going to bounce off the rim. You know,
I absolutely agree. 100%. 100%. He's like that. He's that type of player. So then you can see our guys, boom, they're not paying attention. They lost the ball. There we go with that fast break.
mm,
Transition
mm, mm,
again.
mm.
Now, as we can see, when Roberson is in his bag, I feel sorry for the opponents.
Oh, I
He
agree.
does it with ease. He does it with ease, and it looks like butter just sliding down on a doggone biscuit. That's how
Mm,
good it looks.
talk about it.
And like I said, 9 times out of 10, he is going to make that shot. And at the end of the first period, you see the score is 14-13.
Very close.
Very, very close. Because what that team is fundamentally sound. Those guys, they went out there and they played hard. I got to give props to Briarwood because that's exactly what they did. But um, in my very strong opinion, the Aggies haven't opened up their game just yet. They're just
Mm,
mm,
tip of the
getting in
iceberg.
the groove,
Tip of the
if you
iceberg.
will. Yes.
Absolutely, I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. And we went into that game because, of course, you and I talked about it. Briarwood being a very fundamentally sound basketball team, and the people saw it because the people saw it. Briarwood is going to dot every I and cross every T. But we played excellent defense that game because we did what we needed to do. We helped side deny, all of those things that make a good defense, a good man-to-man defense, what it needs to be. And offensively, we pushed the ball in transition, and Jordan Robeson, of course, being the player of the game, did his thing. He was on it that night because all the stars were aligned for my classmate, number 0.
Absolutely. And then here we go. This is gonna be Broward the second quarter right here. And from the beginning, this is what you get.
Coming
Boom,
out the gate.
coming the gate. Roberson is in his bag at the
Man,
moment. And at the gate, he hit him with a sniper three.
out
What
the
can
gate.
you do about that? What you have to 100% stick to him like glue to stop something like that. Because if you don't, you give him a little bit of wiggle room, it's over with.
Over with.
Over with. So then we go into our next one. Corner. Oh my goodness.
Money.
Again,
Roberson.
again, Roberson. And as you can see in this still shot right here, he is on the fast break transition.
And cuz
Now,
I'm glad I'm not to cut you off at all, but this is important. I'm glad that you paused it because you see how his eyes are up. Every
yes,
good point guard, in my opinion, when they're
yes,
dribbling the ball up the court, they dribble the ball up the court with their eyes up. If you make
yes,
a habit of dribbling the ball with your head down, that can prevent you from passing the ball where you need to be, from spotting up if you can. But he's dribbling the ball. That is how a senior how a person of his caliber plays basketball.
Absolutely. That's definitely senior energy right there. And you know, one thing about it, Jordan is a leader on that
Mm,
floor. He is a leader. And when you have a solid senior that's a leader on the floor, it's so many things that you can do. And you'll mess around and see some things that's impossible. But you know they're possible because it happened.
of course.
Okay. So all right, he's in the fast break mode again. Oh my goodness. So once again, he took the ball. Let me back it back just a hair so we can see exactly where he was at once he took that shot. I'm talking about he took the ball in, and let's see, that's one, two, three defenders right there. That
Hmm.
comes with experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It comes with experience and it comes with just poise and just attacking the glass, like we said, fearlessly, like Coach Jones harkens on, not worried about, not anticipating a foul, not worried about this, that, and the third, raising up with good elevation, knocking the shot down, does what a basketball player should do.
Absolutely. And he did not go in there timid. He wasn't leaning. There was nothing that he was doing wrong in that play right there, except for, like you said, he went up with elevation, poise, and boom, you have 2 points right then and there.
Talk about it, Cuzzo. Couldn't have said it better. Aggie pride, baby. Good job.
All
Hey,
right.
good job, Tristan. Good job right there. Good job. You used your
Exactly.
body right there. Yes.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He used his body.
The
And
synergy, cuz you know how we operate.
exactly. And that's what made Aiden such a threat because he will get down there and body up with you. But don't you ever for 1 second think that he can't shoot that shot. Okay.
Exactly. Period.
You'll mess around and you'll look up and he'll have 5 or 6 3 pointers in your eyes, and you're like, what happened?
Exactly.
So that was another good one. Boom. All right. So we got Patterson that went in, but did you see how strong Patterson went in with the basket?
Exactly. And in my opinion, cuz there is no way in really unless you're just playing somebody that has no fundamentals and just is out, just undisciplined, that you can get a foul and get to the charity stripe if you're not going aggressively to the basket. If you want a
Absolutely.
good defender to foul you, you're going to have to go aggressive. You know what I mean? You
Absolutely.
can't go up timid. And if I'm a good defender, I'm just going to stand my ground. You know what I mean? I'm going to, stay, to hold my position,
Absolutely. And
take a
then when he
charge. If not,
absolutely. And when he make it to the charity stride, we have nothing but net. And see, that's so important. Like I cannot express how many teams have lost down the stretch because they could not knock down free throws.
like we both said, Coach Charity. Somebody got to get it. It's free.
That's right. And he knocked down both of them. Great job. Boom. And there we go with our giant, our small forward giant right there. He is always in position to catch rebounds. And that is another very important factor with this Aggie team right here. I love to see him on that block working because that's exactly what he does. When Josh get down there, it doesn't matter about how big, how small, how tall, how thick, none of that. He is focused. He got good position with his feet, and he know how to use his pivot foot very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like to see.
One time for the homeboy. Using man, like you couldn't have said it better, cuz couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better.
Boom, and there you see another one. He knocked down a free throw. He oh wait. See,
Anticipation. Good anticipation.
yes, you mess around and you'll miss something. So, as we can see right here, he is passing the ball, but we already know that CJ was scoping that out,
Mm-hmm.
because boom, he took it right there. Uh. And then he'll go CJ back in transition with another dime. And let's just look at this steal right here. This is what Josh does on that block. Now, this guy is much taller than Josh, but the question is, can he body up
With Josh.
with Josh? Because one thing about Josh, he's solid.
Solid as a
He's
rock.
solid as a rock. So that's something that I don't think too many people want to do is body up with him. And one.
Mm-hmm.
And the free throw.
And the free throw. 3-point play.
And
One
then
time,
as
oh yeah.
on this very particular play right here, um, it went so fast I did slow it down because once the rebound went up, Eric was right there to grab it. He came back down with poise and hit the shot, and that was excellent. That's something that Eric um, is doing really well this year. He is making sure he rebounding, and I love to see that because all of these components that these young men bring to the table, they work together so well, like a person solving a Rubik's cube. You have to know
Exactly. Exactly.
what you're gonna do to make sure you get all the colors on one side. And they do that. They do a great job at that. So at the end of that one, we had it was 32-29. Okay.
Going to the locker room.
Going into the locker room for the halftime. And to be honest, that was low scoring for us.
I agree. I agree.
But sometimes it will be that way when both teams they playing good defense, solid basketball. You just have to keep striving. Like every time we come into this third quarter, I'm like, I wonder what's fixing to happen.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Because one thing I can say about our guys is that um, that third quarter, they'll take you out the game. They'll take you out the game in that third quarter.
Because we talked about that the other night, man, how important the third quarter is.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And because sometimes people fall asleep. And you can't ever fall asleep. Like third quarter is very, very important. So that's one of the things that you definitely want to make sure you stay up on, paying attention to is that third quarter. You just got to come out on fire. You have to. You have to. It's a must. Because if you
Especially if
don't,
you exactly. If you don't, it'll be trouble. And especially because if you down or if you're barely beating somebody, that can determine how where you are in the fourth quarter.
absolutely. So this is the third quarter highlights. Let's check some things out, see what we got here. There he go again.
Money.
There he go again. Like
Money.
I that's all there is to say. Green. There he go again.
Good pass. Good touch right there, Josh. Good touch right there.
And so one of the things that I liked about that play is that don't ever think that Aiden is not mobile. He's mobile. He can dribble, he can shoot. Okay. So when he, you know, took the ball to the hoop, I'm sure somebody thought that he was going to shoot that, but he looked right and he saw the defenders were all on him, dime to the teammate. Very awesome. Very awesome. You like this type of stuff you can't teach. This is what you learn and practice.
Exactly. And just feeling the game, having good chemistry with your teammates.
Absolutely. So you see the score is 36-31. Here we go again.
Money.
Money. Once again, Crow. Great job on that transition to the basket. Oh, wait a minute. Look at my teammate that you guys forgot about. With the dime and nothing but three. Good job, Patterson. And right back at you.
Right back at you. He
Right
scored
back
one time,
at
I'm
you.
gonna score one time. You know what I mean?
That's
But,
right. That's right.
you know, thinking about basketball, cause seeing some basketball teams that I've seen they always ran through one player. If that player ain't going for 30 or 40, you're not gonna win. But the
Mm-hmm.
Aggies always have a balanced attack to the scoring, to the score, and that's important. When you have that kind of dynamic going on, you're in a good position, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And on this play, once again, we got O'Neal coming in with the rebound, and he's out to another one of our seniors that does a very good job of bringing that ball up the floor and shooting well.
One time for Gabe, one time for the classmate.
Absolutely. So on this very play right here, this is when Eric went in for the two with a soft touch and got the two after the teammate once again shifted him a dime. Good job on that.
Good elevation too by Cuz right there. Good elevation. And if we see Cuz, we're only up what by 3 points going into halftime, but now
Mm-hmm.
we sustained the lead to 8. That's how we got ourselves in the position to win the ball game in the fourth quarters because we came out gun blazing in the third, which is very, very important.
Absolutely. I agree. Once again, there we got Josh. Huh,
Rebounding,
look
good
at
ball
this.
movement, money.
Okay. Look, now look at this. Number 24, he is a pretty tall player. But Aiden, once again, he is setting up in the corner, ready to shoot when the ball touches hand. And like I said, he knows how to go up and shoot over. That comes with practice. He has been shooting that shot so much, he is very comfortable with shooting that shot. And I love to see it.
Oh yeah, he like. I think he liked that corner three cut. I think that's one maybe one of his favorite spots on the court.
Most
He
definitely.
asked
Most
him about that.
definitely.
Ask him about that. Yeah,
Here we go again. Our guys hitting those boards.
crashing him.
Something crashing, something that, and once again, it's O'Neal.
Oh
Good
yeah,
job, nephew.
ain't gonna lie. Like watching him in practice. Of course, we practice rebounding. Not too many people can out rebound Eric.
I agree with you. He jumps with the best of them. To be honest, I don't even think he know how high he be in the air
Mm-hmm.
sometime. But on this play, once he got the rebound, he got it at the CJ. CJ is one of those point guards. He see everything. And that's what I love about CJ as well. He sees the floor very well. He keeps his head up. So he dimes it back off to Eric. Eric said, wait a minute. Oh, with the 3-pointer. And he has the ability to shoot the 3-pointer as well.
One time for the kid folk right there, man. Where somebody that shoots the ball. Look at us, cuz. Look at us. Expanding that lead. Expanding that lead against a very good Briarwood team.
A very good Briarwood team, because what you don't see is those guys were going neck and neck with us some point in time. We was hitting threes, they was hitting threes, but
Exactly.
somehow, some way, we took the edge.
A good basketball team because we'll always find a way to win.
Absolutely, absolutely. And one thing that I like about Coach Jones, and what he does with his coaching that is just so awesome to me, is he don't allow those boys to get relaxed and comfortable. Like, we have to go out here and we got to put it on the line. It does not matter if we are up by 10, 15 points, because this is not the game that you're practicing for, per se.
Oh yeah. Never satisfied. Never satisfied. And that's a good mentality for, life, for basketball, for sports in general. Never being too, never being satisfied. Never getting stagnant is a proper word that I was trying to look for. Never getting stagnant.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go into this last quarter right here, and just analyze this last quarter real quick, and so we can understand what type of ball that the Aggies play, because this is definitely Aggie ball right here.
Using his body, getting a layup right there.
Absolutely, every time.
Eric going to get the rebound. Come on now. Getting the ball to Jordan.
That's right. Boom. Diamond. There he go again. One thing that I like about our guys is they don't try to deter from what is working for them. And I love that. Like a lot of times players get caught up and want to be fancy and all that stuff like that. But let's just play basketball.
Let's just play. I wholeheartedly agree, cuz.
Good
Good block right
defense.
there.
Mm-hmm. Here comes CJ. He see how he's reading the defense?
Oh yeah. Cause
Dime.
I was sitting right under the goal. When I'm sorry to get that picture, man. I was sitting right there, man. Hey, man.
I know it. I know it. That was, and then when I was watching, I was like, "Oh wow, that was a good one. That was a
That
good one. That was
was,
a
that
good one.
was.
That was a good one. Good job, Eric." Aiden. Okay, now that's what they're not used to seeing. That right there, let you know Aiden has the ability. He's
Exactly.
mobile.
Exactly.
A lot of bigs, they're not mobile like that. Um, they kind of just stick on their block and move around a little bit, but he is definitely an all around big. There we
That's a
go,
good,
Josh, with the
good
rebound.
rebound,
Oh,
Josh.
and hold on. So you see that they call that same bad call on Josh right there. You
Mm.
remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that, cuz I do remember that, man. They I don't know. So you don't know what kind of referee you gonna get when you go to Nichols Lawson, man. You really just don't know.
Exactly. But let me take it back just a little bit because I just didn't feel like that was a foul. Um, he's okay, he has the ball, he got the rebound, and he took off to dribble to get out of the traffic. And upon doing that, yeah, his body got wrapped with his a little bit, but I just don't feel like that was an offensive foul because it's not like he held on to it, you know.
Exactly.
So, but that was the second one he called on him, and I did not agree with it. I did not. I did not.
Neither did I, cuz. Neither did I.
Now look, did you see that lead? 57-47.
You know what I mean? That speaks a lot for against a team like Briarwood, cuz being able to extend them like that, man.
Exactly. Exactly. And once again, we got Roberson. He goes in, he gets the foul, and he hits his free throws. Awesome. This is the night that he had a 20-point game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There we got
Oh
Josh
yeah.
again. Excellent footwork. Excellent body control. Oh,
Money,
look. Let's say it again. We have numerous guys that can shoot
the ball.
the ball. We got numerous guys that can bring the ball up the floor. I mean, the team chemistry is on fire.
Birmingham, we are on the way. Go ahead on and get us a few hotel rooms.
Absolutely.
We on the way.
And on that play, we saw CJ, he was fouled again, free throw hitter, fouled again. You know, this is towards the end. So of course these guys, they looking to pull a rabbit out of the hat, but the score is 66-55.
One time for my Aggies, man. One time for my Aggies.
So right here, we just went into a series of free throws. As you can see, 68-55,
Extending that lead, man.
69-55, 71-58, 72-58. Like,
Extending that lead.
good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job on that. So I just wanted to show and talk about a little bit of what these guys do because at the end of the day, they have excellent team chemistry, and you still just got an overall look of what they can do because there is so much more.
I agree. And one time for you, cuz, for the good cinematography, man, following that ball, doing the game, cuz. One time for you and cutting it up at the end, man. That's what's up, cuz.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Absolutely. Well, let me just put this out there. I want these guys to be able to go back after a game and kind of analyze what it is that they are doing, whether it's good or bad. That way, they can kind of understand, envision Okay, so my role is this because this is what I'm doing every time and it's working for me.
Exactly, exactly. I agree because, and that's something that's important when you, exactly, is especially if you want to take basketball to the next level. You know, going
Mm-hmm.
over film, analyzing your game, seeing how you, not necessarily how you look, but you know, seeing how your technique and how your form is. You know what I mean? Making sure that you're fundamentally sound. Because there are certain things that maybe coaches may not see, maybe you may not feel or realize, but a camera will tell it all.
The camera gonna tell it all. You cannot alter what the camera sees. The camera is the camera. And by me doing edits and stuff like that, I know if you've altered anything.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
that's just raw footage right there. The only thing that has been done to that footage is it's been shaved down so we can get the highlights. That's it.
One time for the edits, man. One time for all the functions of brand media and photography.
Absolutely. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody that has been supporting the Aggies. One thing about this group is they're special, and a lot of people for years been waiting to see this group at this level right here. And I'm just glad that everything has come together the way it's supposed to. We got a good staff. We got everything that we need to succeed.
I agree, cuz one time for that junior class, man. Of course, I'm all about the class of 2025, but we have to give it up, man, to those guys, man. They're you man the highly, you know what I'm saying? They were put there's something was put on them to make sure that they carry it out and bring Silicaca basketball many wins, many heights, many highs, and much success.
Absolutely. And anything that's good and that's great, it's under good leadership.
That's important.
So yeah, and so that's awesome. Anytime you got good leadership in anything that you do, you're gonna see positive results.
I wholeheartedly agree, and I just thank God that Coach Jones in the position where he is to coach those guys. Man, what better time than in their junior and senior, of course, our senior years to be under the tutelage of Coach Jones. It'd be 17-2, undefeated in area play. Only lost to a 6A and a 7-day opponent of very good stature. Benjamin Russell in overtime, Carver Montgomery in a tournament. Of course, Carver Montgomery, I think, beat Mountain Brook last year to go to the 6A HSA basketball championship. If you're familiar with Alabama, 6A is probably the best classification that there is. A lot of people say so. You know what I mean? So we definitely owned our two losses were to formidable opponents. So look how Aggie basketball is heading in the right direction, and Aggie pride is on full display.
Aggie pride is on full display. I'm talking about there are a lot of people tuning in this year. They're tuning in, they're liking what they're seeing, they're supporting. And to all of the Aggie fans out there, make sure you go and get your 10 toes down, standing on business, long sleeve tee.
I'm
I'm
telling
talking
you,
about we're gonna step in that thing like the mob.
cause like that gives me chills to think about. We playing against them Tigers from Talladega, them Tigers from Childersburg, and this whole side of the visitor section of their gym is filled with people with a black T-shirt on that says 10 toes down, standing on business, and we 10 toes down, standing on business on the court and giving them a run for their money, man. That kind of stuff gets me hyped, man, because I'm all about Aggie pride, man. So I hope
Mm,
that we all can get on one accord and get those shirts, man, so we can be able to look like the family that we are.
absolutely. And it's no better place than Sylacauga High School. You know, being a SHS alumni, man, nothing like it. Nothing like it. I
Nothing
love
like
it.
it, man. Nothing like it.
Because one thing about it, we have had some great things to happen in sports when it comes to Sylacauga High School. I
Absolutely.
mean, there's banners, okay? There's state championships.
Exactly. There's a whole poster on our wall of our contributions to the AHSA Hall of Fame, to the all tournament team. We're not talking about county tournament. We're not talking about everybody. We're talking about the state tournament team, all
Mm-hmm.
honorable mentions, all star teams. Sylacauga High School has contributed to athletics and to basketball in a significant way. Sports all around. So one time for the Aggies, man.
100%. I agree. And like I know, that's hard work and dedication. And please believe a lot of these guys and a lot of these young ladies, they make good grades. So shout out to them because
Mm.
being an athlete and making really, really good grades, it takes a special type of person to be able to do that.
I agree. Being a student athlete is not any kind of shabby thing. Got to write an essay, but then go to practice, have a game one night, got to get up tomorrow and take an exam. Ain't studied not one bit because you're trying to study plays at the same time. It is
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And a shout out to the parents. I just have to shout the parents out because it's a nice group of young ladies and young men, respectful. Again, I always have to shout these parents out to let them know that we appreciate you for raising good kids.
Yeah, we are, man. I appreciate all of the people that's just rallied throughout this basketball program because we appreciate it, man. It does not go unnoticed at all.
Never, never, never.
Absolutely, cuz man, I'm excited, man. We got the Clay Central Volunteers tomorrow night. That will give us our first road win against, excuse me, our second road win against an area opponent. We're already in first place in the area, but that'll
Mm-hmm.
give us our first road win against one of our more competitive area opponents. And then once we go to Briarwood, cuz and
Mm-hmm.
take care of them, and then Shelby County goes to us. We take care of them. We will be in first place in the area, undefeated. We'll host the area tournament and look to bring the area trophy back to Sylacauga High School.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I just can't wait. It's gonna be a very explosive week. I can't wait for the game tomorrow. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Not, when you said explosive, we just made me think about the county tournament. And when you think about the Talladega County tournament, and you understand that you got to play for Sylacauga High School, I feel like practice just get a little bit more intense. You know what I mean? I feel like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? I feel like the reps just go a little bit harder, man, because you cannot talk about Talladega County basketball if you're not talking about Sylacauga. So I'm excited, man, to walk into that enemy territory, the people I don't like, come next week and show them what it means to be a Sylacauga Aggie. It means so much to me, man. I appreciate that I'm in a position to go to my father's and mother's alma mater. It makes me feel just so at home walking down the halls that I know that they walked down when they were, in high school, and of course, hopefully go on to my mother's alma mater post graduation from high school. It makes me feel at home, man. Going to high school with kids I went to Drews Court Head Start with, man. It just
Yes.
makes me feel good, cuz, and that's why I love Sylacauga High School and Aggie Pride so much. Is because it's home. I've been knowing these people all my life, and I just
Mm-hmm.
thank God to have this opportunity.
Absolutely. And it's just nothing like it. Once you have family members that have went to a school, it starts to build in the family. And you mentioned about going to your mother's alma mater, which you will. And I
Of
know you will
course,
be great when you get
go
there.
Bulldogs, baby, go Bulldogs.
That's right. That's right. I got to make sure I get up there and visit, because
So,
at the end of the day, oh my goodness, I know you're gonna have so much to tell me.
of course, hey man, I have so much to tell you because man, I'm gonna have a story to tell. Like I have stories to tell when I go up there for homecoming to go to the classic in Birmingham and come back, man. It's just an experience, man, like no other, man, on the hill for real.
Absolutely, and I love to see it. So, one thing about everything that's going on at this very moment, it's just an awesome space to be in right
I
now.
agree.
It's
What
awesome.
they say, it's a great time to be alive, man. It's a great time to be alive.
That's right. That's right. And before we get off of this live, let me just get off the subject just a little bit. So I'm anticipating the return
Mm.
of Coach Rebecca Williams.
Mm.
I'm anticipating. I cannot wait. I cannot wait
This
to
Saturday, right?
see. It has to be Saturday. It has to be.
Ooh, cuz we gotta go, man. Cuz you know what? Not to cut you off at all, but I was literally thinking, man, we need to do something big for that, coach. I mean,
We
cuz we
do.
need to do something big for that, man.
Listen, we have to be there. There's
Guys,
no question in my mind. We have to be there.
no question at all.
Well, we know that Winterboro lost
Mm-hmm.
to Childersburg the last time they met.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my goodness, shout out to my niece Caitlin Brown who
Of
doing
course,
her
shout out to
thing.
Cuzzo.
But she was so hurt. She cried real tears because she don't like to lose.
Of course.
And all of those girls were looking so sad. So, and I know that Coach Williams, she wasn't there, but I know she felt it in her heart as well.
Cause man, Trent, that's my guy. And so I hope
Okay.
Trent can
Shout
tell
out
me.
Trent.
Shout out to Trent, man. I hope Trent can tell. Not of course not anything strategy wise, but I just would want to understand the vibe and the intensity for that pregame speech from Coach Williams going into that basketball game, man. Because I'm already knowing she going, you know what I mean. The motivation that she's going to give is going to be amazing.
You know what? We're gonna have to let's see. So we play tomorrow. We're
Hmm.
gonna have to get in contact with Trent and see if we can pull him on the show on maybe Friday.
Bet, bet, man, bet.
Yeah.
Trent, man, that's my guy, man. So absolutely. That's a good,
Cause I,
that's a
I
good idea.
yeah, because I'm curious to see how he feel about this situation. He reminds me a lot of your role at the school.
Of course,
He has a lot of pride in WHS. He handles numerous things. You will see Trent all around doing
of
all
course,
around everything, and
of
that's
course,
so awesome to have a student like that at your school.
of
But
course.
I wonder how he feel about this return of
Of
Coach
course,
Rebecca Williams.
man, man. You know, like I, Coach Williams is a coach at the at Silicaga before she moved on, and I've just known her just by seeing her, being around our basketball program. Of course, she's an AKA just like your aunt, my mom. You know what I mean? And just a phenomenal
Mm-hmm.
basketball coach. So I look up to her, man. She's like an idol to me, man, for real. Every time I see her, I try to say hey to her, hoping she remember who I am.
Right.
We love Miss Rebecca. We love Miss
We
Rebecca.
love her, and one of the reasons why I love her so much because I know a good coach when I see one. I have been under three different coaches. Two of them were excellent. The other one not so much, but it was a situation where I was allowed to understand and see and feel the vibe of a good coach versus the vibe of a coach that just don't have it all together.
I
And when
agree.
I tell you, she got it all together.
I
Um,
agree.
and she reminds me of the woman version of Coach Jones.
I agree. I
She
agree.
runs a tight ship. She does not play.
Play at all.
She does not play.
At
And I
all.
love that for the team because these young ladies, they need that type of discipline from here until the next time, whatever they do after this, they can always go back and say, well, Coach Williams, she stood on this type of business, and that's the type of business I should continue
Ab-
to stand on.
Nail on the head. Cause I mean, Coach Williams got them girls playing basketball. I'm talking about when I saw them play us, and when I've seen them play outside of watching them play against Silicaga, man. She got them playing basketball. In my opinion, one of, if not the best team in the county, in the state, around here.
Absolutely. So I'm going to just save my predictions.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. We'll
I'm
be
going to
back. We'll
save,
be back. We'll be
but
back.
we're going to be back because I have my own predictions of who's going to take the trophy for the county tournament.
Oh yeah. Because we definitely like we said, need to get together, make sure we get a lot of content for this game. What is it? Saturday against Chillsburg and Winterboro. Somebody told me that
Yes,
game might be sold out, packed out from wall to wall.
it is supposed to be. That's the anticipation of it all. So I'm looking to just go ahead and go to the first game. I got to be
For
able to
sure.
get set up in my spot so I can make sure I get these highlights that I need.
For
You
sure.
definitely got to have your camera on deck
For
so
sure.
you can get these 5 pictures that we need. We got to have Christina the Donna
Absolutely. I was
on
just gonna say
on
her
the
name.
set. Yeah, we
For
got to
sure.
have everybody in attendance so we can make sure we blow this thing up the way it's supposed to be because it is some good rivalries going on this
I
year.
agree. I agree. I
I
agree. I
love it.
agree. I agree. I'm man, cause I'm with all that, man. I'm with all that, and understanding that Winterboro and Childersburg probably will meet in the county tournament the week after. Man, I'm telling you, what a time to be alive, cuz what a time to be
Yes.
alive. What a time.
Yes. Well, that about wraps. Oh, before we wrap it up, can you give them just a small scenario of the schools that's gonna be in the county tournament?
Got you. So understanding that the county tournament will be set up as it's been the previous 2 years, it'll be set up in a small school, big school tournament kind of thing. So the small schools include Fayetteville, BB Comer, Childersburg, and that's all. Fayetteville, BB Comer, Childersburg, and I think I'm missing one. And I'll
Winterboro.
come back to it. And then, oh, and Winterboro. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
me, we just talked about it. Fayetteville, Winterboro, Childersburg, and BB Comer. And then the big schools will be Lincoln, Talladega, Sylacauga, and Munford. All four
Mm-hmm.
of those teams will play. It'll be set up in a 1, 2, 3, 4 ranking. I feel like whoever has the best record will be ranked number one. It'll trickle down. One will play four, two will play three. That'll be the first round. Then they'll play in the big school championship and the small school championship. These games will happen from Monday until Friday, and on Saturday you'll have the super championship. That's when the small school champion will play the big school champion. So like last year, Childersburg won the small school championship division. Sylacauga won the big school championship division. We played them on that Sunday night, and of course we beat them. And last year, I think it ended up being against Childersburg and Talladega. I want to say. So yeah, that's how it runs down, cuz, and we plan on getting as much content as possible. And like we said, we'll give our predictions once the bracket comes out and a little later on in the game.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Once again, do not forget to go and get your standing on business t-shirts, okay? Let me just give me a second. Let me pull the shirts back up real quick so you guys can see exactly what we're working with. I am so proud um of the program for the things that they're doing. And whoever did this shirt, good job. Good
Kudos.
job on this shirt.
Kudos, cool man, wonderful shirt. And while you're pulling up the shirt, I just want to make sure everybody's clear about the games tomorrow. Sylacauga High School versus the Clay Central Volunteers in Clay County, very hostile environment. So let's go with Aggie Nation on full ago. First game, JV boys at 4:30, varsity girls to be subsequent to that, and we will climax with the varsity boys approximately at 7:30.
Awesome, awesome. And as you can see, I got mine on. Look, I cannot wait to step in with my shirt on. I just can't wait. I can't wait. Cause this is
And
when I seen it, when I read it, I was just like, oh man, that's it.
10 toes down, standing on business.
Standing on business. So everybody rally up your $20. Or if you want a bigger size, it will be 25. But just know that look, they are on deck. They are
On fire,
ready
on
for
deck and on
you.
fire.
Yeah, they on deck and on fire. And look, if you need to see if you can go and get one tomorrow. I mean, you can wear it numerous times. Whoever printed this shirt did a great job. You can feel it. It's not thin. It's a thick shirt.
Of
It's
course.
thick. And the writing and everything is just so very nice. You can tell it can be washed numerous times and nothing will happen to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. 10 toes down.
10
Sylacauga
toes
High
down.
School. Standing
10
on
toes
business.
down, standing on business. All right. Well, that wraps it up for tonight. Jordan, good job again. Look, I don't know what you plan on doing with your future, but I do know you have a future in a few things. So just keep it up. And guess what? Don't limit yourself. If
And
you
if I
have,
may, now
yeah,
go ahead, go ahead.
no, if you have 3 or 4 skills, use them.
If I may, cuz I just want to appreciate you, man. Of course, family. But every time I ask you to take pictures, you always let me take pictures. Cuz whenever I ask, hey, can you want to get on podcast and talk about basketball, you always extend that branch. Cuz I appreciate you so much, man. And we always
Anytime.
bounce off each other, man. Cuz we always have a good show, man. A lot of people compliment you and I, cuz. So let's just keep it rolling, man. All for Aggie Pride. So I appreciate you, cuz. You already know how me and you operate. One love.
You know how we rock. Say what? Say what?
Yeah, you know what's up.
All right. Well, look, we will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all follow Brandy Brown Media and Photography. Also follow Jordan Moon.
Appreciate
Listen, the young bull got a bright future. I can't wait to see what you do with your future because you have a lot of skill set that runs in the family. We can do a lot of things.
trying to be
Look,
like Brandy Brown, guys.
well, look, everybody, make sure you go get that shirt. Contact myself. You can contact George. You can contact anybody affiliated with Sylacauga High School basketball to get you one of these nice t-shirts.
Yeah, baby. 10 toes down,
10
standing
toes down.
on business.
Standing on business. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time and good luck tomorrow, Aggies.
Daggy pride, baby.